Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel Seek Section. In this video, we are going to learn two most widely used terms in software testing. Those are stubs and drivers. Mostly, most of the software testers know what are stubs and drivers. But in this video, we are going to learn how stubs and drivers works in real time in real project. First, I will explain what are stubs and drivers and when to use stubs and drivers. These stubs and drivers are used in integration testing when our project contains multiple modules, but all multiple modules are not yet ready. But as a testers, we want to make sure that which module is ready, that module is working perfectly fine or not. If that other modules which are not yet ready, if those modules are developed, then how the flow will work, how the data is flowing from one module to another models, that we can make sure with the help of this dummy models. Those are called as stubs and drivers. Both stubs and drivers terms are totally different here. I will explain you when we can say stubs, when we can say drivers. Now theoretically we understood what are stubs and drivers and how it works. But in practically, in real life, when it comes to creating the stubs and drivers, how it works, that we will understand now.
Here I have taken Gmail example. So many people uses Gmail so that it will be helpful for them to understand what are stubs and drivers easily. There are many models in a Gmail account, but I have taken only 3 models here: sign up, login, and home page. And in the sign up page, while sign up as a user, we will enter different details like a first name, last name, username, email address, password, and phone number we will enter. If we enter all these data in the field, and then that will be stored in the server. So if once these all details is stored in the server, we will use email address and password which is stored in the server, which we have entered in sign up page. So after we enter valid email address and password, then successfully we were able to log into Gmail. Then successful message we will receive and home page will be displayed. Login page is depends on sign up page and home page is depends on login page. This is what the flow and this is what the integration of all three models is. Now let's understand what is stubs and drivers. So consider a login module is ready, but sign up and home module is not yet ready. But login is depends on sign up module, right? And home is depends on login module. When login module is ready, but this login module is using the data which we have entered in the sign up page. Bottom module is ready, but top module is not yet ready. In that case, we will use stubs. So this sign up page is not yet ready, but we are creating dummy model for sign up model. Whatever data we are entering in the sign up model, that we are hard coding in the dummy model. So that data we are passing to login for testing purpose in the login page. Always we use the stubs when we are testing bottom up approach. Bottom model is ready when top model is not yet ready. In that case, we will use bottom up approach. So for this sign up page, we will create a dummy model. That model is called as a stubs here. When login model is ready, but this is passing data from login page to home page, right? But this home page is not yet ready. So in that case, we will use top down approach. Top model is ready, but bottom model is not yet ready. In that case, we will use drivers. Whatever dummy model we are creating for a home page, for that dummy model, we call it as a driver here. Because this is receiving and this sign up page is sending. So this sign up page is called as a stubs and home page is receiving data from login page. So this home page is called as a drivers here. Called model means this sign up is a dummy model. It is a stub which is called by login page. Then home page is not yet ready. We have created dummy model. We have created a driver. This is a calling model called by login page. So this is called as a calling model. So for whatever data we are entering in the sign up page, for that we have to create hard coded data where we can create. Some people create these all data which they stored in an Excel sheet. For that they will create a method for reading data from Excel sheet. Then that method or class which we have created for calling or reading data from that Excel sheet, that will be called in the login page for using the data which we have entered in that particular class. This is the calling module, right? This is calling, which module it is calling? Login module it is calling. So for this we are creating a dummy module. It is based on the company, so how they wants to do. So next question is what different tools and technology we can use for creating the stubs and drivers, and it is totally depends on what language we are using for creating the stubs and drivers. So in this table we can observe here I have listed different language, and based on the different language we can use different tools here. Next question is how we can create a stubs and drivers here. So as we have seen, sign up page contains many different fields. So for this I am creating an Excel sheet. So that Excel sheet I am storing into a server where all the testers can use and update based on their requirement while testing. Next one, here I have assigned test data for all the fields. So here at coding side, here I am creating variables for particular fields here. Whatever script I'm writing for accessing the value of that particular Excel sheet, and that everything I am writing in the same class here. As we know, login page is using the data which exists in the sign up page, and here I'm creating object for sign up page, and then with the help of that sign up page I'm accessing the values of email address and password into login page. And here you can observe user and password. These both I am accessing into the login page here. We here in the home page we are displaying successful message. For this we are creating the drivers. So this is how it works in a real time for testing while creating stubs and drivers. Next question is who can use and who can create these stubs and drivers? Testers also can create a stubs and drivers for testing purpose, and developers also can create a stubs and driver for unit testing. I hope you all understood what are stubs and drivers. If you have any question, you can comment me in the comment box. I will try to reply to the comment and try to resolve the issues. And if you want any videos on any specific topic, you can comment me in the comment box. So definitely I'll try to make video on those topics. Thank you.